It is with great joy that we come, that we may share with you some of our own observations of life, for we see life in a different perspective as yourselves. But rest assured, dear ones, that we do have understanding of the purpose of your life. We have understanding of the great difficulties that you endure. And we watch you sometimes with a slightly heavy heart, for we would dearly like to come to your aid and change the circumstances that you may find yourself in. But they are necessary for your path, for your growth, so we cannot intervene, for we would be holding you up in your progress, your journey of unfoldment, your evolvement of the soul. You please understand that many experiences of your life are so necessary for you. And if you have something that is taken away from you that you should surely endure and move around and grow from, then you would have to have that experience at a later date. So it is not eliminated. But we are here to give you the strength to go through these many experiences that you may have. Life is a continuance of ups and downs. It cannot be any other way. But, dear ones, within your true self, you do not have to feel up and down. It is only the happenings around you. So if you can do your utmost to keep yourselves in a state of peace, calmness, and contentment whenever things are taking place around you that may seem to be very uncomfortable or disorderly for that matter, then, of course, you are still having them, but keeping yourself in a state of tranquility, keeping yourself attuned to the great light within you and not wavering from side to side, not allowing yourself to be drawn into the incidences of life. You may think this is really too difficult. But the more you practice, the more you become attuned to this almost a natural way of living. You get into the habit of many things in life, and you acknowledge them as a habit. Some of you may even say, well, this is how I am, so this is how I respond and behave. But that is your choice. The same way as you have the choice of your own thinking. You choose your thoughts, no one else chooses them for you. They are entirely your own. So, dear ones, bear it in mind that you have the power within you to put forth out into your own existence that which seems to be of the greatest help in your life. You look perhaps when you are purchasing in your life something perhaps for yourself or your household or for you to wear. You choose that which you think is right for you, and yet it is so easy for you to step aside and allow your thinking to race
and allow your ego to influence your thinking, to take charge of your thinking indeed, and you are scarcely aware that it is taking place. We would say to you, dear ones, always be aware of that which you are thinking. You have that great ability within you, within your mind, that you can see, stand back and see what is going on. Sometimes you have to stand back from the situation in life so that you can observe clearly as you are watching others that are close to you. It is the same for yourself. Do not treat yourself any differently than you would treat others. You endeavor to treat others with love. You must do likewise for yourself.
For it is indeed the way to see your path clearly, because your own thoughts are transmitted out into the ethers, that they may manifest in your life, reflect back to you in your life. Your thoughts are your own. They are not somebody else's. And so they are a part of your existence. You cannot give out thoughts into the universe and not still be attached to them, for they are your own creation. And that which is your own creation is always fastened to your own being. You cannot see all this taking place any more than you can see all the technology that is taking place in your world. But it is there. It is part of the scientific technology of the spirit world. We do not separate it when we say the spirit world. It is simply the area that you cannot see. The area that it is far more difficult to bring about ways and means of you acknowledging this as living, as part of your life. We always come to you with the greatest love, for we know that you do have much difficulty in your life. You can become swamped by it, and perhaps you feel you cannot swim. But there is always a hand there, invisible though it may be, to reach out and grasp your own. There is always that great power within you that will give a signal to you to stand within that power, that light, that you may see the hand that exists stretched out for you to grasp and pull you to safer ground, as it were. Life is full of exciting events. Even that which seems rather dismal to you can also reveal very exciting events. For when you take a thoroughly good look, you can see the workings and the ways, not only of yourselves, but the happenings around you that reveal themselves to you. Try to see them, to be thoroughly aware of what is going on in your own sphere of life. Do not attempt to live the life of your brother, your sister, and stand totally in their shoes with the thought that you know best for them. You do not fully understand your own soul and your journey, let alone understanding another's. So for the experience that it appears that they bring upon themselves, which they surely do, it may simply be that it gives them a full opportunity to respond in ways that will allow them greater growth. Or perhaps they may just push them aside and you wonder why. But they may too be doing likewise with you. For whilst you are wrapped in the thoughts of others, you are not paying attention to your own teacher within you. You all have a teacher within you, a great master within you. That the voice of the Great Spirit within you can speak to you and through you. You do not need special gifts or faculties for this. It's a natural process of living. To think on this, that you will reveal the truth of your own being, the truth of your own existence. Do not delay. We would not use the term waste, for nothing is wasted. But do not delay in your progress. And if you realize that you have done, then take heed of this, that you are not repetitious in your outgoings, your mindfulness, your speech, your activities. Let the wonderment of your loving self be revealed. Do not ever look upon yourselves, dear ones, as being a little, you might term perhaps, over the top in your loving. For if it comes from the heart, it is genuine. If it is slightly false, and you are attempting to appear loving, but you are not experiencing the wanting to give, to serve, and take heed of yourself. But you can give far more than you can fully realize at this present existence of your life. You can give and give and give and give. And others can continue to receive and receive and receive. So never feel you are overdoing it if it is genuine, for that is impossible. Look kindly upon yourselves and love likewise the true self within you. Do not separate yourself from yourself, for you are only stepping into the territory of the ego and moving away from your center. Question yourselves. Am I separate or am I at one? Simple questions. Quite easily answered. But most importantly, take heed of your answer. Being thoroughly honest with yourself. You can be more honest with yourself than anyone else upon your earth plane can be for you. You do not have to tell yourself you are being honest with yourself. You either are or you're not. Make your decisions wisely, dear ones, filling them with love for your own selves, and it will be natural that it will flow to all others. We leave you in love.
We leave you with the great power that exists right throughout this universe. We delight in seeing your light becoming brighter and brighter, as you too within yourself will delight. This great almighty power that is truly yours.
So respond, dear ones, with the greatest of love, that your voice may be heard, that your thoughts may be felt throughout the ether, both near and afar. Blessings and love to you all. Blessings and love to you all.
Greetings, my dear friends. So wonderful is it not to hear those that gather around you, knowing that you are a part of all existence. They are referred to as the unified ones. They come in love. And it always delights us here in the spirit world that we too can hear as you do. For we can certainly seek out those that we might term of great wisdom, if we so desire. But sometimes there are those in the spirit world that have not ventured to seek and to understand and to know these things, but they gather in gatherings such as this, for they are attracted to your earthly light. And so it brings a great awakening for them also. For not everyone, as you would understand, is fully developed in the world of spirit. You do not pass into the world of spirit and know every single thing. That is not possible for you. And it is not even an aspiration for many of them. It is still a gradual process. So, with these thoughts, I shall now withdraw, for one or two others may speak of a different vibration again, so that you come to understand that there are many, many mansions as was told to you, countless. You could not even begin to absorb into your mind the great and vast extent that exists any more than you can understand your own devices and contacts, the volume, impossible. Even for those most learned and intellectual academic people, they cannot fully understand the greatness and the vastness of that which is your own doings of communication one with the other upon the earth plane. They come to realize that certain things work, so let it be also with yourselves that you too discover exactly what it is that works. So, God bless you, dear ones. God bless you, each and every one of you. Oh, great Scott. I don't know whether I was going to have an opportunity this very day, for I do not think my time is going to be, well, I'm not going to get the great opportunity that I would like in the future. I think perhaps I might have almost reached the end of my line in a sense, as it were. For I do not see myself as always being able to say hello in this manner to you. But I want you to know that I do just the same come about you and around about you, that I may share with you in your wanderings of life. So it's quite exciting for me when you go out and enjoy yourself and you have a great time and you make your impression upon your own world. You leave your mark, as it were. I think it's vitally important to make a good mark upon your earth, your footprint, as it were, walking along the sand. You might think the tide comes in and washes it all away. Well, in the physical, upon your beaches, that's how it is. But you can make an imprint on the great energies that I have at your disposal. So use them well.
I'm just learning about these things, I'm slowly getting there, I think. I'm trying really hard. I don't really have a brain of great capacity. Well, that was a big word for me. See, I'm improving, getting a bit more of a, what you call it, a vocabulary. I'm improving, you see. And you see, that's how it is in the spirit world. If you want to improve a bit, there's not really anything to stop you at all. You can make great gains, as it were. And I rather like it, because I did waste a lot of time on earth, sitting on the pavement, as most of you know, watching legs go by, waiting for a coin to be tossed in my hat. I don't have to worry about that now. I can really do other things, and I can help people. You might wonder what such a lowly fellow as me will be able to help people in the spirit world, but there's always somebody else that's just scrambling along and perhaps hasn't quite come to the way it's revealed, sort of thing. Just not quite as much as you. That's what I'm saying. I know it's very important not to judge other people, but so I don't put myself in that category when I say that. I can just see that some are struggling, and if I can give a helping hand, I do. So it makes me feel good. It makes me feel worthwhile. I'm finally doing something worthwhile. So I don't dwell on what I was doing or not doing, I have to say, not doing on earth. I'm working really hard to improve myself. I don't know how far I'll get, mind you, but that doesn't really matter. You just do it day, well, hardly day, you don't think about time, it's really just how you are. So you don't have to think about this day, next day, I'll do it next week, nothing like that at all. You just go ahead. Isn't that easy, eh? Well, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Thank you so much for listening. It's very kind of you to listen. Kindness seems to have a flavour of its own. It has. It's got a flavour of its own. It's a bit like when you see a lot of ice cream. Not that I had a lot of ice cream, but I know there was big variety. And they all have different flavours. Kindness has got a flavour of its own. Lovely. Just lovely. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, good gracious me. I've only got the shortest time now, but I want to just say a few words to you. I can see as I come here over time, as you term it, that you're all growing, and it gladdens my heart. Do you not ever think about that you're gladdening someone in the spirit world? If it's not just one, it's quite a lot. You're gladdening the hearts of those in the spirit world to share with you. Isn't that lovely? Now that's all I'm going to say because my time is very limited. So I'm going to say goodbye to you. Short and sweet, you might say. Unusual for me, of course, because I like to talk on and I don't like to be rushed off. But, certain amounts of wisdom has to come through to help you along on your different levels and your different ways of thinking, so that thoughts might come into your mind later and you recall what's been said. So, dears, goodbye. Goodbye to you all. Have a happy day.
Thank you for coming.
Have a great, happy life.